Machiavelli Mills TV. You know, I never thought I would say this because I've always been a huge Errol Spence Jr. fan. But I've become a bigger fan of dude since his defeat. For real. I've really rarely ever seen many men make me a bigger fan of theirs in defeat. The way I've experienced this with Errol Spence Jr. Right? And let me explain. Since this loss, the way Errol has conducted himself has been admirable. We're in the era where when guys experience losses, when they get beat in a fight, they get dominated in a way, or stuff don't go their way, or they make all type of excuses. They whine and complain about it. They get into all these different interviews and talk shit about why they lost, why this happened, that happened, telling people certain losses don't count. You can't even bring up certain losses to them without them getting pissed, right? And again, people gonna get pissed at losses, you know what I mean? But yeah, you've seen fighters make excuses all the time after they lost, right? And to see Errol Spence standing 10 toes down in defeat, right? Errol Spence is a grown-ass man. Not a grown man, but a grown-ass man, for real. A grown-ass man. The way the brother stood tall in the face of defeat, for real, made me be like, man, I'm a bigger fan of dude than I was yesterday. Than I was last week or previous weeks before. And I already was rocking with him hard, right? No excuses, man. He handled that disappointing moment in a real grown man manner in front of his son, right? To show his son how to accept when things don't go your way. Because in life, everything ain't going to go our way. We're going to have triumphs and we're going to have falls, right? We're going to have moments of defeat and triumphs. And it says a lot about a man, how he carries himself in times of like challenge, in times of disappointment. You know what I mean? When your son watching you, and even though his son is only like 2 years old, and I know that because I follow Errol Spence on Instagram. His son was born a day before mine was, actually. I was in the hospital and I seen his son was born when I was in the hospital waiting for my son to be born, right? So anyway, even though his son is only 2, how he handled himself is documented on that All Access. He's in there with his son. We're gonna run that back, man. We're gonna run that back, son. We're gonna run that back, gang. I got you. We're gonna run that back, man. We're gonna get it back, man. You know? And his son can see that and say, man, when my father was going through some adversity, he went through a tough situation when stuff didn't go his way. He ain't hang his head. He didn't whine and complain. He didn't make excuses. He didn't go blaming everybody else. He didn't go wanting to fight the referee for stopping a fight. He didn't want to go, you know what I'm saying? He didn't get into it with everybody around him. He didn't go cussing everybody out. He was calm. He accepted it. And he accepted the challenge once again, to try again. To get better and try again and come back at it and say, we're going to do this again, son. That's real man shit, man. As a man, I didn't experience falls. I've experienced a lot of triumphs, but I've experienced a lot of falls in my lifetime. And I always was like, I don't know. It was always important for me to, like, this before my son was even around. My daughter's 12. It was always important for me to show my daughter that, like, to be persevering in front of my daughter. Not even just when she's around, but not when she's not around, because I want to be the example for them, for my daughter, for my son, for my little cousins, and all of that, man. And my nieces, nephew, all of that, because I want them to see that, you know, it's a certain way to handle when stuff don't go the way you want it to go. Get back in the lab, get back to the drawing board, get better, try it again. You know what I mean? If you don't, it don't, what Aaliyah say, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off, try again. Come back harder, come back stronger, come back better prepared. That's the game of life, man. We're going to have ups and downs, we're going to have losses, man, but it's about how you handle them losses and how you take it. When you realize, when you accept a loss, you're more keen to improve certain stuff the second time around. Because you're not blaming everything else. Oh, it was the sun that day. It was my weight. It was this and that. You know, hey, man, dude was better this night. He was better. So I got to work on stuff. If you blaming everything else, what happens is if you blame this and that outside factor, all you going to do is Try to not let that outside factor happen versus trying to practice on certain things that'll make you sharper. Right? So Errol not blaming his weight and all of that. It's gonna make him sharper. It's gonna make him focus on being sharper. It's gonna make him focus on polishing things up. It's gonna make him watch film. It's gonna make him watch tape because he's accepting of the defeat. He gonna look and say it's not gonna hurt him. No, we're probably gonna hurt him to watch it, but he's gonna be like, listen, I'm gonna watch this fight and see what I did wrong. I'm gonna try to correct those errors and try to come back again. That's what a man does, man. You know what I'm saying? And I had to learn that myself. Certain things didn't go my way. I ain't even want to face it sometimes. But I had to learn. And my father taught me that. So I'm passing that down to my children. You know what I mean? And that's what a warrior is supposed to do. Warriors, they accept that some days shit don't go their way. The dude was better. Terrence put on a world-class performance. He put on a boxing clinic. And you got to tip your head to that man, tip your cap to that man, shake his hand, tell him, look, good shit, like he did. And it is what it is. Errol Spence, soon as the fight, he took the loss, went to Instagram. He's active on Instagram a lot. Changed his bio to 28-1. He's 28-1. And then put former IBF, WBC, etc. champion, right? He put that. He put that in his bio himself. Accepting it immediately. It is what it is, dog. I wasn't good this night. I wasn't good. He was much better. It is what it is, man. I thank him for this opportunity, for getting in here. Let's come back sharper and harder, man. And that's where his focus is, man. He keeping his head up. He ain't running hide in the post-conference. You know, some dudes don't do the post-conference. They go hide backstage. They don't want to talk to nobody. They don't want to do the post-fight interview. He did the post-fight interview and the post-fight press conference. And those are obligations of them. But I've seen dudes lose many a time and don't want to take part in any of it. Especially when they get upset, when it's a whooping, when it's a one-sided beating, when things just don't go their way. Errol got beat from pillar to post, right? He got beat all the way around. And in a dominant fashion, he got beat. And still came to the press conference with no shades on. These my battle scars, y'all. I ain't hiding from the world. I'm a man. Shit happens. This is what happened in a fight game. You can see my busted up lip. My eyes swole up. On top of my temple swole up. You can see that. Right? My face red. Hey, it is what it is, man. Y'all see it when I was in the ring. Y'all seen it when I was leaving the ring. Y'all can still see it now. There's no need to put these shades on, man. You know, and then actually we see him, he's in the check cleared, obviously, because he's out there celebrating with his woman. I think they in Spain somewhere, and he had the shades on there, but he took the shades off when taking pictures with fans. And the brother looked good and healed up, man. But yeah, man, when he came to the press conference, he like, listen, I'm not gonna hide from none of this. I took a whooping. It is what it is, man. I took a whooping. He told Terrence good shit. You know, hopefully we can do this again. Hopefully we can do this again at 54. I'm hoping so. But good shit. That's what a man's supposed to do, man. So I salute that brother. He's handling this loss and like a gangster. Taking it on the chin, man. Everybody gonna get lost. Sometimes you gotta take that shit on the chin. Take it for what it is. Dude was better that night. Me and Derek James gonna go in the lab. Whoever you gotta bring in and help you get better. It is what it is. I also want to salute Yellow Beezy, right? Because Yellow Beezy could have done what a lot of people did to Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner lost to Marcos Maidana. A lot of people started to distance themselves from Adrian Broner, right? They was thinking it was going to hurt their brand and stand next to AB when he took a loss, when he took a few losses. So a lot of them rappers you saw around AB, they ain't around him no more. They don't be calling him no more. They don't be want to walk him out to fights. They don't want to stand next to him. They don't want to uplift him like that no more. You know what I'm saying? He don't be walking with them dudes no more. Yellow Beezy, after the fight, he walking, holding Errol up. You know what I'm saying? Holding Errol, sticking right by you. If that's your dude, ride with your partner. Because I'm riding with my partners till the wheels fall off. I don't give a fuck what happened. What the odds are, I don't care what the outcome was. I'm riding with my people. Yellow Beezy sticking next to his homeboy. Riding with his mans. Right? I was riding with him before the fight. I'm going to ride with him after the fight, after the loss. You know, and that's real shit, man. Yellow Beezy riding with his homie to the end, and he ain't worried about how his brand look. And Yellow Beezy not the biggest rapper in the world. But then again, I saw dudes who weren't the biggest rappers in the world separate themselves from Adrian Broner, right? And the big rappers too. You know, and I'm looking like, hold on, y'all was all in his face, popping bottles, throwing money around in the strip clubs, on having him on stage at concerts with him and all that before the fight. After the fight, now you don't know him that well. Now you staying away from him, you staying clear from him. A real friend supposed to ride with you all the way through and through like Yella Beezy doing. So I salute that, man. But yeah, man, I've become a bigger fan of Errol Spence after the loss. And I was already a huge fan of him. Huge fan. Always fuck with EJ. I was going for Errol in the fight. Everybody know that. Everybody that watch this channel, after this loss, man, I'm riding with him even more. Even more, man. Dude, a solid stand-up man. Stand-up black man. You feel me? And he was raised the right way. He was raised the right way by stand-up, upstanding parents, man. So you got to salute that. Errol Spence, get better, get in the lab, get sharp. Good luck with everything. But right now, celebrate the fruits of your labor because I think they got at least 25. They got like 30 mil a piece. God damn. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.